it's not about money. All this stuff is, it's just a blessing to be doing this stuff, right?
Yo, quick question. What do a tech reviewer, a hip-hop commentator, and a guy who once got knocked out by a kangaroo on livestream have in common? They're all sitting on more money than most NBA bench players. And today, we're counting down the 10 richest black streamers and creators in America, plus the money moves and business secrets they don't put in the vlogs. Because here's the thing nobody tells you. Getting famous online is easy now. 9-year-olds do it by accident. Staying rich, that's the actual boss level. So buckle in, because by the end of this list, you're gonna look at your own bank account and reconsider some life choices. Let's start the countdown. Number 10, DJ Akademiks. Coming in with a net worth between $3 and $5 million, this man built an empire out of other people's drama. Akademiks turned hip-hop tea into a full-time career, riding the wave from everyday struggle straight into becoming one of the most clicked streamers in the culture. But here's the part people sleep on. Akademiks isn't just reacting to news, he is the news half the time. His secret weapon isn't charisma, it's timing. He treats live streaming like a 24-hour newsroom, and newsrooms with ad revenue don't stop for holidays. That's a grind most creators quietly burn out from. Speaking of grinding in a lane nobody else wanted, the next guy on this list did the exact same thing, except his lane was gaming set-tops disguised as a Fortune 500 tech company. Number 9, FaZe Rug. Sitting at $4 to $6 million, Rug's been in the streaming game since it was basically a hobby with a webcam. While everyone else chased trends, he built FaZe Clan into a literal esports institution. Merch drops, docuseries, the whole empire. Here's the quiet flex though. Rug diversified out of just gaming content years before it was trendy to do so. Vlogs, pranks, business ventures. The man spread his eggs across so many baskets that no single algorithm change could touch him. That's the actual secret. Not virality, redundancy. And redundancy is exactly what our next creator turned into a rap career and a streaming career at the same time. Because apparently one revenue stream is for people who enjoy stress. Number 8, DDG. Also parked at $4 to $6 million, DDG figured out something most creators never crack. You don't have to pick a lane, you can build a whole highway. Rapper, YouTuber, occasional streamer, reality TV guest star. The man's diversification strategy looks less like a content calendar and more like a stock portfolio. The secret sauce here is cross-pollination. His music fans become his streaming fans, become his YouTube subscribers, become his merch customers. It's one audience wearing 4 different hats, which means his income doesn't live or die by one platform's mood swings. Now, if you thought stacking 3 income streams was impressive, wait till you see the guy who turned hanging out with friends into an entire media conglomerate. Number 7, Druski. With a net worth of $5 to $8 million, Druski took funny guy on the internet and turned it into an actual comedy dynasty. Coulda, woulda, shoulda skits, viral characters, and a little thing called a McDonald's partnership that probably paid more than most people's entire net worth. But here's what's slept on. Druski's real genius is he built a world, not just a channel. Characters, catchphrases, running bits that fans quote back to him. That's not content, that's IP. And IP doesn't disappear when the algorithm gets bored of you. Brands don't pay for laughs, they pay for a universe they can rent space in. Speaking of universes built entirely on chaos and 2K rage quits, the next guy turned button mashing into a business empire. Number 6, Duke Dennis. Also in that $5 to $8 million range, Duke's out here proving that NBA 2K commentary can be a legitimate career path, which honestly should terrify every guidance counselor in America. As a core piece of the AMP collective, his lifestyle streams and gaming content built an audience that shows up every single day like it's a second job. His secret? Community over content. Duke didn't just build viewers, he built a crew culture, collabs, in-jokes, an ecosystem where the audience feels like they're part of the squad, not just watching it. That kind of loyalty converts into merch sales and subscriptions way better than any viral moment ever could. And speaking of squads that turn loyalty into cash, our next name mixes comedy, music, and streaming into one chaotic, extremely profitable cocktail. Number 5. Funny Mike, clocking in between $6 and $10 million. Funny Mike's been putting in work since the vlog era of YouTube. Reactions, skits, music, relationship drama that somehow became must-watch television. The man basically ran his own reality show before streaming platforms figured out that's what people wanted. Here's the part people don't clock. Funny Mike never let himself get boxed into one genre. Comedy today, music tomorrow, a reaction stream the day after. The algorithm couldn't pin him down, which meant it couldn't get tired of him either. Staying unpredictable was the business plan the whole time. All right, we're halfway through, and things are about to get a lot more expensive. Because the next 4 names aren't just rich, they're the guys redefining what streamer money even means in 2026. Number 4, FlightReacts, coming in with a net worth between $8 and $12 million. Kimani White turned watching basketball video games into a full-blown career. And honestly, at this point, he should get a cut of NBA 2K's marketing budget. His reactions aren't just loud, they're theater. Rage, joy, heartbreak, all in one stream, sometimes in the same possession. Here's the secret nobody talks about. Flight figured out that emotion is the actual product. Not the gameplay, not the commentary. The raw, unfiltered reaction. That's why clips of him rage quitting go viral way more than clips of him actually winning. He's not selling 2K, he's selling feelings, and feelings don't need a patch update to stay relevant. Now, if you thought a grown man screaming at a basketball video game was peak chaos, buckle up because the next guy turned chaos into an international sport. Number 3, IShowSpeed. Darren Watkins Jr. is sitting at $10 to $30 million. And if you've ever seen 1 second of his content, you already know exactly why. This is a man who has run through actual streets in foreign countries, gotten tackled by security, screamed at soccer legends, and somehow turned every single one of those moments into a payday. His secret is speed, pun very much intended. Speed doesn't wait for content to be good. He just does something insane and lets the internet decide if it's genius or unhinged. That unpredictability is exactly why brands and international soccer clubs keep lining up to work with him. You can't manufacture that kind of chaos. You can only follow it around with a camera and hope it's profitable. And for him, it always is. And speaking of chaos that somehow became one of the most profitable business models on the internet, the next guy basically invented the blueprint everyone else on this list is following. Number 2, Kai Cenat. With a net worth landing between $14 and $35 million, Kai isn't just a streamer, he's basically Twitch's main character. Subathons that break platform records, a mafia-style crew of creators, and enough viral moments to fill an entire decade of internet history. Here's the actual business genius behind the memes. Kai figured out that community isn't just content, it's currency. His subscriber numbers aren't just bragging rights, they're a direct, recurring revenue stream bigger than most people's salaries. He turned hanging out with friends on camera into one of the most efficient monetization models in streaming history. Twitch subs alone have made him one of the platform's richest creators, period. But if you think that's impressive, the person sitting at number 1 isn't even primarily known as a streamer, and that's exactly why he's worth more than everyone else on this list combined. Number 1, Marques Brownlee, better known as MKBHD. And here's where the list flips the script completely. MKBHD's net worth is estimated between $10 and $200 million. And yes, that range is wild, but that's exactly the point. This man didn't just become a streamer or a creator. He became a media company, 15+ years of tech reviews, the most trusted voice in consumer tech on the entire internet, a production company, a podcast empire, investments, partnerships with literally every major tech brand that wants credibility instead of just clicks. MKBHD isn't chasing virality, brands chase him because his word can make or break a product launch. Here's the real secret behind Marques, and it's the one thing separating him from almost everyone else on this list. Longevity beats virality every single time. While other creators are riding trend cycles that last maybe 18 months before the algorithm moves on, Marques built something that compounds. Reputation, trust, A brand so consistent that MKBHD reviewed it has become its own marketing category. That's not a creator. That's an institution with a camera. So, who surprised you the most on this list? Drop their name in the comments, and while you're down there, smash that like button, because apparently that's still how the algorithm decides who eats this month. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns like this one, and I'll see you in the next video, where we find out who's actually funding all these Twitch subathons.